Hi everyone, welcome back to Friday Sews. A bit of a bumper edition for you again, but we will have a little chatty catch up as always. Quite a few bits to show you today and things to chat about. And yeah, should I show you? I've got a new dress on. Are you wanting to find out about this? And the old Carrie cardigan, I've got an update on that. Heather blazer, a couple of bits of fabric. Yeah, stick around, you won't want to miss it. Stay with me right till the end. And if you're new to my channel today, hi, I'm Alison and my channel is Sew Like Dotty. Welcome along today. Hanging up behind me, my good friend Linda, Granny Linda Sewing, who I mentioned last week had lost a sojo. She got it back, she made a lyra, and it made me remember this lovely lyra, which I made, I don't know, maybe like April or something. No, must have been before that, March. And I haven't worn it since I went to Mallorca in April because in my head I decided it didn't fit me. Don't we do this? I think we do. So it had just sat there basically. I have got an elastic waisted sort of scrunchy belt. I'll drop a picture in because I shared one on Insta the other day of it with the belt. The fabric was from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn, and it is the lyra dress, but as you can see, I didn't bother putting buttons on. I did the placket and then I put like a ruffle into the placket, and I quite like that effect, and I just didn't fit. I think I was probably going to put buttons on and just never got around to it. Story of my life, there you go. So what I've been up to, I have I've made this dress. Let's start with this because obviously my sewing's been quite restrictive, hasn't it, for a couple of weeks because of my foot's doing well. Thank you for everybody for continuing to ask about that, and hopefully 3 more weeks and I might be able to kind of walk normally and drive normally and things, which would be great. Managed to get to Sawtown yesterday. Massive thanks to my lovely friend Lynn West for coming to pick me up in a little smart car. It was like we were like ramming machines into the little boot on it, but we got there. Thank you, Lynn. And it was just lovely. But you know what? Because I hadn't seen everybody for about 6 weeks, maybe longer, I don't think I got any sewing done for like an hour. It was absolutely terrible. Yak, 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 yak. I can talk. Sorry if I did anybody's head in yesterday. It was like being, when you're released and you can go and meet people. That's what I was like yesterday. I had cut this prior to going and I had overlocked it round because normally I take my overlocker as well and I knew that would be too much. I'll stand up and tell you what it is. So first of all, it is the 2-back hack of the Swaro set, which you've seen me do maybe 4 times now, but with a little bit different. So I'm always changing things up. So with this one, I've lengthened the arms even further, and then I've just created an elastic channel. I've not done them too tight, but I think it's made like quite a nice sleeve actually. I'm really pleased with that. Obviously I've loaded the top and put the yoke in. If you want some information about that, I've got a blog post on the Friday Pattern Company website about that, so you can check that out. So it's the 2-back hack for the top. Now I've cut it, I don't know why, I feel like I've cut the top a little bit shorter. You can just see that there. So my intention was, which is why I didn't bother, oh hang on, I'm no good if I'm in reverse, trying to kind of match this bit up, because normally I would, I'll sit down, I don't know why I'm standing up doing that. Normally I would kind of have the top inside the skirt and create an elastic casing. But when I tried it on, I was kind of like, oh, if I take that up much more, it's going to be too short. And actually I quite like it. So what I did was I just ran the side seams in a little bit more, and it's made it sort of a little bit more fitted. And actually I think it looks really nice. I'll pop a full length picture of it in. I have cropped it, there's a ruffle on the bottom, I have cropped it there. You don't really need to see me special little boot thing. I will get back to pictures with shoes on soon, I'm sure. What else have I done? I've had a bit of a tidy up and a sort out and a clean up. It was like I had to cleanse before I got started again, really. I did have a machine downstairs. I've got this faff machine here on loan. More about that shortly. That was on the dining table. Got that moved upstairs. So, Carrie cardigan. I've had this pattern for ages. Tamlin from Sewn on the Tyne made it in a very similar fabric to the one that's on the picture. And I thought, yeah, I want to make that. Takes 3 metres. Off I go. Nice simple make. Get me into me groove. And I was saying to Tamlin on Wednesday, honestly, it should have been the most simple make. But you know I'm going down a route with it, don't you? Well, it was, and it wasn't. But it wasn't because I didn't do things right. Yeah. See, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how long you've been sewing, things still happen, don't they? That's just the reality of it, what can I say? So, I have got it here. It is made. Now, in fairness, I'm not really a jeans kind of a girl, so I probably was never going to make this to go out in. And I'm definitely not going to be going out in it now, because it started off lovely. The fabric's lovely. It's from Charlotte So Affordable. I'm not sure if it's still in, but she has got some jerseys in. Not much more, because there's a bit more on its way to me. So it's this light grey, I think that's a loop back jersey, like a grey marl. Beautiful, lovely to sew with. Nothing wrong with the fabric at all. With the band that's round the neck, just in case anybody makes this, I mean, it was a little bit the pattern, well, maybe 3% the pattern and like 97% me. On the pattern piece, it says cut on the fold. So I cut it on the fold. It also said cut 2. I just didn't see that it said cut 2. In my head, I was kind of thinking this isn't going to be long enough. But when you look at the instructions, it looks like it's just cut in singular. So make sure you don't do what I did and you've got enough band, because I probably could have got it out of the fabric that I had. But because of just how I was like, oh, plenty of fabric, I can cut it like this, I'm fine. I didn't have enough to to cut another one. So what I had to do, and I need to top stitch this around, was the only thing I could think of doing to rescue the band was to cut it in half lengthways and make a narrower band, and that's what I've done. I will put it on over the, well, actually I'm not putting it on yet, because there's another saga to tell you about. It couldn't just be that easy, could it? So when I got to the sleeves, it's got really long sleeve cuffs, and they sort of fold in half, and there'll be a proper name, I don't know, like a rhomboid or something. That's probably totally the wrong shape. Don't shout at me in comments. I don't know. It's been a long time since I did O-level maths. But like that sort of come in like that. Now, the shape of them was fine. They looked fine. But I'd just cut them the wrong direction on the stretch. So there was no way these arms were going to go in there. I hadn't attached them. I was looking at it thinking, nah. Just didn't have enough fabric left to do it. I started trying to join bits together and I just thought, nah, that looks even more of a mess. So I had this fabric, which is a ribbing from, it was from Verso Fabrics last year, and I didn't shape them in. I just cut some pretty standard shape cuffs to go on. So that is my full confession about it. But it's probably a wear over my comfies, like, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only one who comes in and is straight into the jammers at whatever o'clock. And that's what it's for, really. It's just for me to kind of wear around the house, downstairs. It's really nice. It needs a press and it needs top stitching. I've just not got round to doing that yet. So, yeah, I've not put it on very well either. But it's lovely. And if you are looking for a pattern, it was a really easy make, if you just make it right. So, yeah, it's my little snuggle cardigan. Will I get round to top stitching it? Probably not, because nobody's ever going to see it, but me and you, just don't tell anyone. Is that all right? So I was chatting with Adele from Sew for Serenity, because if you've been keeping up with both of us, you know that we've been talking about doing our collaboration with our fabric for a little while. Have I got any of that to hand? Oh, I've seen it lately. No is the answer. It's the yellow with the pink blossom that was a River Island deadstock family fabric from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn, like a year or whatever ago. So I have cut out my heather blazer and the lining. It's hanging over the banister. I was thinking about taking it to Sawtune yesterday, but I knew I needed something really easy. I feel like, I suppose because I was on holiday and then I've not really felt like doing a lot or being able to do a lot for a few weeks. I just feel a bit out of the loop with it. Does anybody else get like that? I've definitely not lost my sojo. I just feel like I'm getting my momentum back again, and I've felt a bit more like that in the last few days. So I think with that, we're aiming to do that in about 2 weeks' time and share that. So I'm just going to make a start with that sort of a bit slow and steady and do a bit at a time, because I've sewn quite a bit today, quite a bit yesterday. I feel like my foot needs to go up and be elevated. It's not really been elevated much over the last couple of days. Sorry, dog's going nuts downstairs. It's probably a delivery for me. I have got fabric, but you're going to have to hang on to the end. Adam knows. Suzanne knows. Who else knows? Tamlin knows. It's lovely. Anyway, there's a story. Because if you were with me a few weeks ago, you may remember that I said I made a sunbed purchase from Turkey. I decided I was going to upgrade and have a new machine, and I got in touch with David Drummond, because I won't deal with anybody else about machines because he's awesome, in Edinburgh, and said that I wanted to get the Pfaff 365, which is the limited edition, the 160-year anniversary machine. So he didn't have any left. There are a few left at dealers, but he didn't have any left. He said the next ones were due in March, but gave me on loan, which is amazingly generous, a brand new Pfaff Ambition 630, which is in essence the same machine. The 365 comes with this has got a needle threader on, but the 365 comes with the semi-automatic needle threader. It like wraps it round and through, and 5 feet. And I think that's the only difference. But he said, get to know the machine, have this one on loan. And I haven't really had much of a chance. I mean, I have used it, but not that much downstairs, like a couple of little goes. So, well, mostly today, really. I've been kind of giving that a bit of a workout a little bit yesterday. I'm really happy with it. But I had this bit of a doubt in the back of my mind. I was like, not about the machine. Love the machine. Because there's also anniversary edition of the, I'm probably going to get the name wrong, I think it's called the Pfaff Creative Ambition 640, which is in essence pretty much the same sewing machine, but also with an embroidery machine function. I'm going to talk prices because, like, you know, my first machine was like 85 quid. My Necky one, which was I think it still is the top of the range, Necky, was 349. It's an extraordinarily good machine. I love it. But that one I'm kind of taking out and about with me a lot. And I just was, yeah, why not? I don't have to explain myself, but yeah, so this one is 999. The new one is 999, but you get all those extra feet with it and bits and bobs. And there was £500 difference between that and the one that's the combination with the embroidery machine. And for probably a year, I've been kind of thinking, I'd love to get an embroidery machine. Now, I'm not wanting to sell things. I'm not wanting to do loads of embroidery. I've not got any grandkids yet. Probably not for a while. But I just wanted to kind of do things like, say if I made a sleeve, say on something like that dress there, if it was in a plain fabric, that I could put some embellishment on the sleeve, or maybe down here or around the hem, just things like that, or onto things that I do make, like bags and things like that. So I knew I didn't want an embroidery machine that was going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. So in my mind, I was kind of, should I have gone for that? Should I have not? And Carl said, no, but you got a combination for your overlocker and cover stitch, and you kind of go, oh, I don't like swapping between the two. And I said to him, I've got to be honest, it's dead easy to swap between the two. It takes about 3 minutes. It's just because I'm lazy. Is anybody else like that? So I said, yep, all of that, but it was still nagging in my mind. Anyway, I thought yesterday, I'm going to give David a call and just see, you know, do they have the machines? What's the crack with it? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, rang David, and he said, well, I'm pleased you rang because we got an email on Friday and they're all going up in price. So if you do want one, and if I can get one, because they'll come from the Pfaff warehouse in Poland, he said this machine's going up by £200 in a couple of weeks' time, and the one that I'm getting is going up by either £400 or £500, which is a lot of money. So he said basically if you get it, you've got a good entry level into embroidery. But actually, if you did want to upgrade or resell it, the price that you've paid for it, you'd probably get it back when you sell it. So I just was like, yeah, I'll have it. So I don't know, it's somewhere en route from Poland to here. I don't know when I'll get it. He said, keep this one till you get that one, which is so kind of him. And in a bizarre twist, Carl was taking Tyler to Alton Towers next Friday for it's Tyler's 18th, a few weeks after that, with Jace, his partner. And I wasn't going because I just can't walk around that much at the minute. Anyway, for various reasons, they've changed that plan. They've decided to go to Edinburgh, and they're going to go to like Edinburgh Dungeon and the castle and stuff. And I went, oh, well, if you're going to Edinburgh, you know where I'm going, don't you? I could go to David's shop. So that's the plan. And I've rang David and I've said I could just do, because I'm a very visual learner, I really pick things up when I'm side by side, and this machine does a lot, but I think I would pick it up really fast if I was sat next to one of the girls Suzanne I've sat next to before. And I know they don't have the embroidery machine in that I'm getting, but I said, I haven't got a clue about embroidery, and Suzanne, who watches this, has been immensely helpful in terms of some tips and what to buy and what to get and stuff today, so thanks Suzanne. Yeah, they're just going to show me some basic embroidery stuff as well, so I'm really looking forward to it. So Carl will drop me off my plan is, Carl will drop me off at the shop, he'll head off to the dungeon and stuff with the boys, and then I'll get like a taxi down and I'll just find somewhere to hang out and have a coffee and maybe browse a couple of shops and stuff, because I can be on my feet again. So yeah, that was a very long-winded way, but I just wanted to talk about it really. So there you go. I have news about my son's school. We should move into our new room. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm saying it. Hopefully next week. So bearing in mind I'm going to Edinburgh next Friday. It won't be next Friday, but like towards the end of next week and over next weekend, because I haven't got any classes over that weekend, so it's a good time to move. I was looking at a smaller room upstairs, but I've gone for the bigger room downstairs. I think I'm going to be able to sort of easily seat sort of about 7 people in there. I'm going to have a lovely cutting area. I'm trying to get an A0 size cutting area. I mean, that's for my students, but hello. That's also for me. I mean, this is brilliant. It's 2 metres by 60 deep. But to have an AO size one will be awesome, because I did say to Carl, well, if we can do that, possibly, I might be able, because he's really into tech, like later, obviously just bought a machine, might be able to get like a projector on the ceiling. I could do projector file cutting out, which would be like, amazing. Well, as if the projector is going to cut it out for me. It's not. I still have to cut it out, but you know what I mean? Like, just to sort of see it. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm not going to show you any pictures yet because there's furniture and stuff in the room, but it's really nice. And I'm really excited about it for the guys that are coming along. So we've got our last full weekend this weekend, Friday night, Sunday morning and Monday night. I think there is maybe 18 people coming to make their trousers, you know, the Peppermint magazine ones that I've shown you before. Happy days. And I'm not going to start selling fabric. That is not the route I'm going, but Shirl from So Affordable has been super helpful with me. Thank you so much, Shirl. That's where this fabric was from, because it's beautiful. And actually, if you want to see it made up in something else, check out Helen from Stitch Rip Repeat. Got your name, sorry Helen, because she did a toile of her Zadie jumpsuit in this and it looks awesome. So check that out as well if you want to. It's not in stock anymore. There are some of the viscose linens in stock on Shirl's website though, 2 red ones, check those out. Because my students are going off to source fabric, and you know what it's like when you first start to sew. It's really hard to know what you want, what width is it, what you're looking for. So I'm going to get a couple of fabrics that they can use for the trousers. If they want to, they can, you know, go and buy it elsewhere, and some jerseys from Shirl, so that, yeah, it just makes that process a little bit easier for them going forward. So, but I'm not selling to the public, so that's not a route. Not that there's, like, I'd love to, that would be my dream, you know, like a little haberdashery shop somewhere or something, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Right, I'm going to show you another couple of fabrics actually, which are from Shirl, because can you see over here? I was just taking a picture of it for my soap cycle. I haven't done anything with the dress that was on my video that I said I was going to do anything with. But this fabric I've got in a Davenport dress, which looks awesome. It was my Christmas Day dress last year, and I had loads of it left. And I decided I was going to make the sagebrush, you'll remember this from a few weeks ago, the sagebrush dress, but the one that's the hack, where it's like gathered across here. Well, I did something wrong and it was just a major disaster. Well, it wasn't a major disaster, there's just too much fabric in it. And I pushed on and put all of the bias binding and stuff on. I don't know why, I knew it wasn't right. So I was sorting through some things, because on the 18th of November there's a Christmas fair at our local community centre, which I'm going to do again. I've got loads of Forever Daisy chain jewellery and scrunchies and stuff like that already sort of made up that I'm going to take, because I'm not doing that anymore. But I found another piece of that. So there's this much of it full width, and then there's this much of it again. So I thought, oh, might be time to revisit the sagebrush dress. Now, obviously, it was cut because it's like an empire line, so the skirt part and the top part, it'll have to have a join in it somewhere, but I'm not too bothered about that. It's more maybe to layer up with a bodysuit or something underneath. But so this is a, oh gosh, I can't remember. It's a satin fabric, but I can't remember what type it is. It's got a little bit of stretcher. It's a gorgeous fabric. It was about, I don't know, £3 something off. So affordable last winter. And when I was looking for that, these were things that I got that I was going to do scrunchies with. And then I just kind of stopped doing that and moved in a different direction with the sewing school. So I found this stunning satin. How beautiful is that? I don't think it kind of got, the light is absolutely shocking. It is so dark outside and raining and awful, but it has got like a little gold, oh there, you can catch it there, like a little gold shimmer on it. So I've had a look at it, I've had a play with the pattern pieces for this, and I think I can get like a boxy t-shirt out of it with longer sleeves, I think. If I can't, I'll come up with something else. Because I've got some black pants that would look quite nice with that. I've not got enough to make a dress out of. Well, I've got nowhere near enough to make a dress out of. But I was like, ooh, that's a little bit of a find. Woohoo. Then this one, I don't know how much I've got of this one, probably a metre. I found this one as well. So I'm probably not going to make anything with this just yet. Isn't it full of prettiness though? I'm kind of thinking this will make, I mean, it probably would make the same style top, to be fair, but I probably won't. It's another satin, but it's not. That means there's no stretch. That noise. I just keep doing it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but it's far too pretty. I could make some bags with it or something. I think it's really nice. Tell me what you think I should make out of it. I've probably got, oh, I don't know. Let me just do all that again. I think I've probably got a metre. Yeah, probably got about a metre of it. It's quite wide though. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Are you ready for it? Who says that? Oh, I can't remember. Not Shania Twain. What's that blonde singer called? The American one, I can't remember, but she says it on one of her things. Are you ready for it? Right, Adam, I hold you entirely responsible for this. I mean, talking about Alice in Wonderland, I've totally gone down a new rabbit hole with, yes, what's the word? Thank you, embroidery. But Adam talks about Tula Pink fabric. If you don't know one about Adam Sews, check out his channel because his stuff is just amazing. And I love the little two-way video that he did with, I think it was with Mary Sews the other day. I felt like I was in the room with them. So he talks about Tula Pink, I think he called it Tula Pink all the time. And Versva Fabrics got some in and I just was like, let me have a look at this. What's all the crack about with this? So I picked one out and I got 2 meters. And as soon as I got it, yesterday, I was just like, oh my God. I was going to make a blouse with it. Now, Adam had forewarned me that instead of the pattern running up the length of the fabric, I don't know which is the warp and the weft, so I'm going to sew up the length of the fabric as it normally would. It runs across. So I can't remember. This is down the rabbit hole fabric. and this is the orange with pink or pink with orange, and it's also in a blue with green, and it's a cotton. I don't know if it's 100% cotton, but it's very, very soft. It's not being washed yet because you know where I'm going. I've ordered another 2 meters because I thought I can't just make a blouse out of this. It needs to be in a dress. It needs to be in something with a very plain front that can show off the design, because let me get it the right way around. See if you can see it. How stunningly beautiful is this? Right, I'll turn it over. There we go. Oh. It's just, no, it's not. The pink isn't as bright as it is coming out on camera. So it's, sorry, the orange. It's pink and orange. And if I can get it back, that's it. You can probably pick it up a bit more true to form there. So you can see it's got lots of things to do with Alice in Wonderland, and that just goes across. So if I hold it up against myself, I think it's like 114 wide or something. I just thought, yeah, it needs to be a dress. Now I'm kind of like, do I want trees on the boobies or do I want Alice on the boobies? Like, what do I don't know. Anyway, I don't care because I love it. But I don't want to wash it till it all comes. I'm going to wash it all together. And there is another fabric in the wash that I'll be sharing with you next week that I got yesterday as well. These were ordered. That was ordered. It was a pre-order when I was away on holiday in September. I don't have to explain to all of you. But this, what do you think? It is just, it's like the most bonkers fabric, but just so beautiful, and the quality of how it feels. I think it's $8.99 a metre. It's just lovely. And I absolutely, I can't even speak, I'm so excited. I absolutely know that I'm going to end up with some of this left to make some craft gifts or things with, because we've only got, what date is it today? I do not know. So it's the 21st. We have got 9 more days left, 10 more days of October, and then it's hashtag a gift to November. I've been working on the vloggers list, who's going when today. We'll be sharing that soon. So yeah. Oh, what would you make out of it? Let me know. Do you like it? Are you off onto First for Fabric's website to check it out? Do you use Tula Pink fabric? Let me know. And if you're an embroiderer, let me know. I need to know everything. Everything. I'm like, what stabiliser do I need to get? What threads do I need to get? And then how do I actually do it? David was saying to me, you know, it's easy to embroider. I was going, yeah, right. Oh, I mean, have you seen the state of that cardigan I made? Like, really? So, yeah. That was a whistle stop again, wasn't it? Little whiz around my life. Oh, I have got something else to show you. I want it plugged in, but I can't wait to show you because Carl had ordered this for me. And, sorry, I'll turn around because it's really not interesting looking at the back of my head at all. So Carl had ordered this for me to come for my birthday at the end of September. And it was late coming. And when it came, I plugged it in, and honest, I was like jumping up down in the kitchen like a demon, like I was possessed with a demon. I was so excited about it. I'm trying to find a plug to plug it in and show you. Anyway, it's a neon sign that says "So like Dotty." How cool is it? I absolutely love it. Now I'm going like that because, and I have to say, Carl has totally said that I can talk about this with you because I wouldn't otherwise. Now Carl is the most beautiful, loveliest, kindest man ever. I talk about him like that all the time. He he paid for himself to be tested and diagnosed just not long before I met him. We've been together for 10 years. He was diagnosed as dyslexic. And last year he was diagnosed with Asperger's as well. And it's not stopped him achieving some amazing stuff in his life, and I'm so proud of him. Now, when I first got this, I was hopping up and down. I was so excited. And then when I plugged it back in, I thought, it says "saw like Dotty." The E was an A. And I was like, do I say anything? And I thought, but I can't have it sticking up behind us going, "saw like Dotty." And Carl's got quite a good sense of humour about it. He told his friend started sending pictures of saws that he'd written saw like Dotty on and stuff like that. It was kind of going around the family. We weren't taking the mickey out of him. He was, you know, and I said to him, I don't want you to get upset about it or anything like that, because it's so, I could have done it and I'm not dyslexic. So we had to play around with it, because obviously it wasn't the company's fault, and we've managed to kind of turn the E into an A. And actually, when it's going to be back over here and with the light on, and you won't see it, and I didn't need to tell you it, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. So yeah, we just need to get it hung up. I've got loads of stuff going on that I just can't tell you about at the minute. Obviously, I'm moving the sewing business, and we've got things we're dealing with as a family over the next few weeks that we've been building up to for quite a long time. And yeah, and I make some personal decisions and stuff. You know how life is. So yeah, we've just not got that up yet, but it will be soon. So yeah. But we're not, don't start putting in comments that I should be supporting him and stuff like that, because I couldn't give him any more support. We support each other very much. We do, as a couple. So I wanted to share that with you because it's lovely, and it'll be lit up somewhere soon. Fabulous. Okay. Over and out. Good to chat. Your turn to chat. Pop some comments in. You know what I'm like. I love to chat. I love your comments. Chat away. And if you're new, and if you're new and you're still here, give yourself a massive pat on the back. Because how 31 minutes. I'm not normally on this long. So yeah, welcome to my channel if you're new, and to everybody, happy sewing, and I will see you very soon. Take care and bye for now.